All right. So one more time. Straight would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and, right? Very straight. So we're dividing the quarter note into two even segments, i.e. eighth notes. So now when we swing it, we are dividing the quarter note into 3 equal segments, and we're playing on the 1 and the 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So those upbeats are always on the on the third beat. Again, analogous to our 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But it becomes very quick. It becomes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's even faster than that. And that's why it's difficult to swing well, because the timeline is so fast. And ultimately, I'm not suggesting that in your mind, you're just like a hummingbird, like fluttering, just like, oh God, I'm thinking about all these truths. No, it becomes automatic.
I feel it.
But that's why if you get this to a moderate tempo, it's just a shuffle, and that gets itself into your system. And once you have that, then you can loosen it up, i.e. tighten it up. So that's why on the sheet music it's written, on this side it's written in triplets. On this side you just swing the eighth notes. That's what we say. You just write up here, swing. So this side you can see the eighth note triplets. That's actually how it's going to sound. Now I'll play through this. The main riff, pretty simple, goes on and on and on. The bridge, in the right hand, if you notice, there's only 2 chords. You're just going back and forth here. Also, we are in the key of E flat natural minor. And actually, so the main riff is in E natural minor. This is tied into our discussion of modes and chord or relationships. The first relationship that you technically are supposed to learn about is the relative major and relative minor. It's an old school term, but they call them related because it's the same notes, but it's starting on a different note, so it has a different character, like you and your brother or whatever. Same DNA, hopefully, different people. So this is G flat major, which we haven't learned yet, but this is what G flat major looks like. And if you start on the 6th note, the 6th degree of G flat major, you get E flat natural minor, it's called. That's the mode. So we're going actually into, so the bridge goes into G flat, the relative major, G flat major, and the chord progression is 4, what is it? Just make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, so it's just all notes. It's a pattern in that scale. So the chord over here, you got G flat, B flat, B, and E flat, and then you move down in the scale, F, A flat, B flat, D flat, and then back up, and back. Until the very last chord over here is a A flat minor, right? Anyway, I can't sing that high. So I'll play it, sorry. I digress. And the bridge. from that G flat major / E flat minor scale. Deceptively difficult to hit it. Again, it's that really da 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 da. And if you don't hit them just right, it sounds bad. But the play along loop will help you just to feel it innately. Now, the only other thing I want to talk about is these 16th notes. How to play the 16th notes. And this is pretty far advanced, but just so you know, when you have something that's swinging, the thing that's swinging are the 8th notes, nothing else. So quarter notes are quarter notes. They're on the beat, so you can't swing them. 16th notes are straight. So when you get to them, you notice there's a quarter note underneath the 16th notes, and there's 4 16th notes just flatly over that. So the tricky part is, when you're playing all these 8th notes, they're swinging. Da, 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 da. And then when you get to the 16th note, it's da, ga, da, ga, da. Da, ga, da, ga, da. And that's one of the key ingredients to good swing. Anything that swings. If you're good at swinging, you can turn it on and off at will. And part of your, like when you get into like hip hop and funk and, you know, obviously jazz, but like the more modern styles as well. One of the things that makes them so, like, just feel so good is that swing is coming and going at will. Sometimes in the same phrase, you start swinging and then you go straight, and then you go back to swing, or vice versa. And that's the deep stuff. And you can spot somebody who doesn't know how to do that a mile off because they just sound like shit. Anyway, so oh, hello. Oh, I missed.
Oh shit.
Got him. Death. Live death on camera. Fucker. Okay, sorry. Man, this is an R-rated episode.